That ass was so nice, and when she was just doing them leg lifts, it was like a big freaking round ball on each cheek. And her legs matched it, too, so I know it wasn't fake.
This fucking guy, right?
I know. That's how he decides to open up the fucking podcast, of course.
Just in case it gets cut off, this man decided to just talk. You know, if it's one thing I notice about you, Chris, you're very social.
He is, that's true.
You're very
That's
social. True. You might not choose to be social, but when you go off on a tangent, you go off on a tangent.
Oh, well, maybe social isn't the right word. I feel like he can be very talkative. Yeah,
talkative.
Like he's social with certain people, you know?
certain topics.
Yeah.
Right.
True.
Why don't you give us the introduction, Ty?
Oh, yeah. You guys know what it is. It's You've Been Served. You got your boy here, Ty Money. You got Chris here.
Ty's back from You've Been Separated in the Bay.
That's a big ass fact.
That is a big ass fact.
That's a damn big ass fact. And we cannot forget the sexy devil himself, Robert.
Thank you very much.
Oh man, you know you just gotta be boosted with all types of love, man. Excuse me. Forgive me if I come off as a little bit more happy than normal.
He's drunk.
Maybe. Maybe. So quick, before I get into explaining my day, I want to give a quick shout out to the Welch clan. Yeah, I think that's a proper term to describe us, the Welch clan.
Welch clan or clan?
Clan.
Hey, that's funny. I'm part of a clan too.
Really? What clan?
Oh, you know, we can move on.
If you're anything like them, though,
cheers
you
to
know,
that.
They wear white hoods. Do you guys wear purple hoods?
They like to wear coconuts.
Coconuts?
All right, we're off topic. So,
wait, that's a new flavor?
The clan.
Yeah,
your clan.
shout
Tell us more.
Shout out to all the Welches. I want to give a shout out to my dad. Give a shout out to my cousin Sean, which is like the party man to go to. Also, the biggest shout out of them all. Shout out to my Uncle Sam. Because tomorrow at 0700 hours, man is hopping on his flight to Afghanistan. Damn. And he's going to be out there for about 400 days.
That ain't right.
Yeah.
It's not, but it's the department that he's in that's making him do it. Trust me, we're all upset.
It's
and
Trump.
Then he just got married too. Literally just got married. He had a silent wedding.
Shittiest time, damn.
Man, he had a silent wedding. He was doing some training up in Virginia, where I also have some family there too. Got a couple cousins that are in the Marines and they're stationed in Virginia. He got to spend time with them. And literally, as he's leaving Virginia, coming back home, that's when he finds out he has to go to Afghanistan. And I'm like, damn it. It's so upset, you know. And it's like, it hurts me the most being that when I went to the Bay for my birthday, don't know when this podcast will be released, but I'm back from the Bay, y'all. I went to the Bay for my birthday. It was so fun. The very last thing I did before I left the Bay,
What'd you do?
I spent time with my uncle.
Okay.
You know, me and him had a one-on-one session, which almost never really happens. But long story short, me and my uncle had a really nice one-on-one session. We opened up a lot to one another, and he admitted that he suffers from some signs of depression. And I don't know if that's okay for me to be saying here on the podcast, but I mean, he's very open now. And he's working on his mental health because he wants to be a better person, not only for his relationship, but for his family.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you know what, Uncle? As your nephew, I'm going to do my part and make sure that I'm helping you out through your coping process and through your enhancement of becoming a better man. And for that, I want to talk to my uncle more, be there for him more. And it makes me mad. Like, now he about to disappear for 400 days. But, hey, like I told him, I'm about to be bugging the shit out of you. Okay? We all got WhatsApp. We're going to be FaceTiming him like a mug. So, whoo. Thank you guys for listening for that. That is my introduction. You know, just that's my day. And with that being said, let's continue this podcast. Unless one of y'all want to go and tell us about y'all day. Maybe both of y'all want to go and tell us about your day.
I'm good. I didn't do much. What about you, Chris?
I'm sick. I might have the coronavirus. I don't know, but I'm gonna get myself tested as soon as I get to San Francisco. So,
and after I'm done with this,
not in LA though.
Once I'm done with this blue moon, I'm gonna give me Modelo so I can make sure I get the Modelo virus.
Blue moon is good.
Blue moon is very good.
You're welcome.
I'm calling it the Moonavirus.
Huh?
The Moonivirus for Blue Moon.
Interesting.
You know?
It doesn't work like that.
I like how you need to look at Robert for approval.
No, I was telling him not to engage, but he did it anyway, and I was like, okay.
In that case, let's go ahead. Let's kick down the doors and get started on our talking. Yeah. What are we talking about today?
Well, the first topic is actually something you brought up, Ty, which I thought was interesting. You texted the group. You asked, should we give films and movies a chance despite their short shooting time? I think is what you were talking about.
Yeah.
And I thought that was an interesting question. I wanted to see what you guys thought about that.
Send it straight to Netflix.
Okay, but should you still give it a chance? Like, would you watch it and expect it to be good?
I'll watch it, and after I watch it, I'll review it. But, I mean, I won't expect it to be good, because if I go in expecting it to be good and it's a total fucking shit show, then I'm going to be very disappointed and just give it a thumbs down.
But how is that different from every other movie? Like, I mean, you go into it expecting it to be good, and then it's a shit show, and, that can happen with tons of movies.
Well, let's see. You know those movies where if you watch the trailer, you've seen it all? Don't put the good things in the trailer.
Put the bad things in the trailer.
Put the shitty things in the trailer, and then maybe I'll give it a try.
So put the monologues in the trailer?
Yeah. Put the monologues. Like, give me something that I won't see in the film. Like, shit. I mean, what did Marvel do? They gave you specific little things that weren't in the movie. I mean, yeah, that weren't in the movie, but were in the trailer. And I was like, oh, I want to see this. But I didn't see it. I was like, these bitches, they got me.
Damn.
All right, Ty. Well, it's your question. So what do you think?
My thoughts. Well, first thing I want to say is it's really hard to make a judgment if you're not aware of the film time for a movie, because most of the time the audience isn't aware how long a film takes, unless the directors or the major producers or whatever they announce, like, hey, this movie is now being filmed. Probably we're thinking about airing it maybe 2 years from now, whatever. So most of the time you don't know until someone later on in the interviews opens up about it. So with that being said, I feel like if the news were to be out before the movie is actually dropped, your expectations are going to be risen. For me, as you know, my motto, far from perfect, don't take it, you bitch. Yeah. It's impossible to make a near perfect movie. So with that being said, I feel like it's going to take a lot of time to like get all the possible view or all the possible clips that you want to use for a specific scene. It's going to be a shit ton of editing that you might want to do. Take certain snippets from each clip so that you can make that scene quote unquote perfect. And like, if it's only taking you a couple days to shoot an entire movie, I don't know. Like, I won't bash the movie if it's bad or if it's good. It's really just a matter of like, how good do you guys really think you are? Like, is your editing skills that good? Like, did you guys really do one take and think it was that great? Like, are you that sure of yourself? Yeah. That what you did in this 5-day process is going to be A1? Because there's a Tyler Perry movie that's been recently released on Netflix that was filmed in like a matter of 5-7 days, and so far it's got a lot of good reviews. I haven't seen it yet, but
interesting.
Yeah, that's where the question came up from.
But do you think maybe it has to do more with the script than the actual movie itself?
I think it has to do with Tyler Perry. If I'm being bluntly honest, I think it has to do with Tyler Perry. I feel like Tyler Perry just been on the road with making all of these good pro-black movies that he not at the point he's just like, you know what? I know these single elderly black women, they're gonna watch my movie.
Are you one of those?
I am not. I am. I don't watch all of his movies. I watch all of his older movies, but his more recent movies, not so much. Like, he got a couple shows on BET now that I've checked out, and I'm like, I really don't understand what's he doing now.
I should probably check it out then.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure I would go as far as really to call any of his stuff like good. but it's all, I think, important. Like, he's been a real force for the black community, I feel like.
Yeah.
A positive force, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'll definitely want down talk him because he's been able to teach a lot of lessons that would strictly be taught in the black community. Like, he's been able to make a lot of black struggles known with his movies. So I'll definitely will say that. It's just like, amen. Nobody's perfect. I don't care how great your director skills are. Nobody's perfect. You know, so don't get comfortable just because you got a couple good movies out. You know, still make sure that as a director, a director is somebody who should ultimately have the skill as a perfectionist or the mindset of a perfectionist. I don't believe that anyone should, but a director is one person who I give the okay to, because it's like you're fighting to make a good movie. You know, so with that being said, I just say don't get comfortable just because you got a list of good movies that are out or good shows that are out. You know, you want to maintain that perfectionist mentality, because it's like, even though what you got so far is good, there's always room to be better. You know, because if you get too comfortable with being good, we'll get used to you being good, and eventually your good will start to look like shit.
True.
Because you get lazy.
I mean, look at Dr. Dolittle. It tanked.
Oh, you seen it?
Nah. But I heard.
But that's the thing, is like, you know, Robert Downey Jr. was riding such a high. Like, he hasn't put out a movie that people didn't love in probably 10 years.
Yeah.
You know, and I think he got maybe a little bit too comfortable. He's like, yeah, I can do anything. And then he did this, and it was like, no.
It's like, well,
no,
maybe,
I'm okay.
Yeah.
It's like, maybe you can't do everything. He could do Holmes. He could do Iron Man.
Yeah.
Oh, he did a damn good Iron Man.
He does, and he's done a lot of other good things too. But it's just not, you know, this, to me at least, wasn't one of them. Yeah. But to take it back to your question real quick, just so I can answer. There's a saying in the film community that they're kind of like, there's this triangle, right? You can make things good, you can make things fast, and you can make things cheap. But you're always going to sacrifice one, right? Facts. So you can make it good and cheap, but it'll take a long time. You can make it fast and good, but it'll be expensive, right? So, and, you know, there are other combinations of that, but you get the point. So I think that, to me, has always rung true, is like, there's different ways you can do it. And so short film time isn't the only thing I think about. I also think about, you know, okay, how much money was spent during that short film time? Yeah. You know, what else was, you know, who is a part of it? Are they quality people that know what they're doing? Right. So I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily discount something because it had a short film time, but I do think that it would make me want to look into the other aspects and see if it's still worth it.
Yeah. The actors make a big difference for me. If I don't know them, I'm kind of inclined not to watch it. Yeah. But if I do know them, then I'll be like, all right. Yeah.
I'm down to watch anything with a good start off trailer. You know, like, because ultimately I just want to know what the movie is about. Like, I want to get a good basic level of what the movie's about. Like The Invisible Man, I want to see that.
Oh, this is what I say: paint the whole motherfucking room, floors and everything. You'll see footprints.
Oh, so you may know
doing some shit I would do.
You mean wet paint? You don't just mean paint. No, like, I can paint something, it dries, and then I wouldn't see shit.
Throw that bitch everywhere. Then you'll see something.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
He's sick, okay? Bear with him.
No. No. If we don't let Ty get away with it, we shouldn't let Chris get away with it.
You know what? Cheers.
Look, I'm the second black guy in the room, all right?
No. Oh, actually, let's talk about that real quick. So Chris has something he'd like to share about his heritage.
Turns out I'm black. Everybody else was right.
Tell us more, Chris.
So, my grandma's side, apparently they're all Afro-Mexican. Grandma's side from my mom, they're Afro-Mexican. I didn't know that. My mom started explaining everything, you know, to us yesterday. Damn. Talking about curly hair like super, super, super curly, like tangled hair, and I'm like, and I'm not saying that this is something that black people like just in general have, but it's
kind of seems like that's exactly what he's saying. But
this is, I'm sorry, but this is how my mom described it. Mexicans can be racist. I'm sorry.
I think we all can in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
that's true.
And she was telling me that, telling us actually, because she was telling me and my siblings that like in her mom's side, everybody was extremely dark skinned. Nobody acknowledges the fact that they were African. Mm-hmm. They just kind of went with it, like, okay, they're darker than us.
I've heard a lot about that.
Look at that dark ass Mexican.
Yeah,
I've heard a lot about that people in kind of Central and Southern America, even if they are like of African descent,
we still Northern America.
Though. They refuse to acknowledge that they are actually black, and so they will only see themselves as Hispanic. Yeah, which I thought was interesting. There's this whole kind of self-hatred dynamic kind of going on there, where it's like you're really one thing, but you say that you're another, kind of just like catfishing.
Yeah. That was smooth.
It's true. It's true.
Hey, it's funny. I wanted to say that earlier too, but I'm like, it's too soon. It's too soon.
I was trying to lead to it earlier, and it didn't quite work. So
look at him becoming George.
Hey, I'm trying.
So what about catfishing? Tell us.
Have you been catfished?
Nah.
Have you been catfished?
Yes.
I saw this show about catfishing though.
Yeah, well, I did want to talk about it, not just like, have you been catfished? And we can talk about that. But what do you think of it? And how is it wrong? Like you guys talked about one time, I think you met this guy at the gym, right? Mm-hmm. And he was trying to see his ex's Instagram. Is that correct?
That guy, that weird guy. He tried to.
And didn't he create a fake Instagram, right?
So,
or was that?
I think that was what he was trying to do, to stalk his girl.
Yeah. And so it's shit like that, like catfishing, being on that side of it too. What do you guys think of that?
Oh my god!
Like, is that okay, or is that a little bit?
It's not okay.
It's not okay.
No.
Tell me more.
Like, why? What makes that okay in any situation? Why would you want to play the role of someone else just to do some snooping, or just to like?
You've never been curious? You never had an ex that like blocked you and you're like, I want to see what's going on in their life.
No, the bitch blocked me, fuck her. Man, kiss the bottom of my Timbs that I now own, stupid bitch.
He went there.
Damn.
I don't buy that. I think that I don't believe you. I feel like you must wonder, even if you don't act on it. Like you have to be curious.
I'm always gonna be honest.
Fine. I will be honest. All right. There was this one ex of mine who now keep in mind though, I didn't make anything new. I didn't make no new social media anything.
You were just being yourself.
I stuck with my regular shit. I just was doing some snooping.
You stalked that profile with
I didn't stalk.
With your
I just
real
wanted
fucking profile?
Yes.
You were
I didn't stalk, okay? I didn't stalk. All right, I was just
catfished?
No.
You were you?
You pretended to be George to get in her good graces?
Whoa.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I didn't know this was an improv session too.
I'm hurt. I'm hurt that he chose George over either of us, honestly.
Right? Exactly.
Like, I feel like I would clearly be more attractive to the woman than George would. But
oh shit.
It's true, he's white.
All right.
Here we go again.
All right, you were snooping. Tell us more.
I was just snooping. I wanted to see if this particular ex was doing well. So I was really bored. It was past midnight, maybe 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And my snooping probably went a little bit too far, I'll admit. I ended up finding her and a couple other people that probably I shouldn't have stumbled upon, but like the main goal was to find her. And I did. And I'm just like, should I message her? Should I follow her? What should I do? Ended up messaging her.
And this is on Facebook?
Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Admit it's me. She can clearly go on my profile, see it's me. Like, I think at the time there was still some pictures of when we went camping together, but I never posted her on my page. It was like me and my cousins, Like, you see, it's me. I'm just hitting you up. I don't think that makes me a catfisher because, once again, it's me. Just, I was curious. I wanted to see how the ex was doing. All right. Am I a bad person for trying to check on my exes?
No, that's not the reason.
You're just a crazy ex, is what you would be labeled as. But then again, you would fall in with all the crazy bitches out there.
No, because I could have definitely did worse. I could have definitely been like, oh, so you out here having another baby with another nigga that ain't me? Like, you never loved me from the start?
Hold on. Now, how long did it take you to find her, though, on Instagram?
Are we talking about this specific moment when I was like...
When you were snooping. When you were trying to snoop. But you were looking for her. How long did it take?
In total, it probably took me a couple months. But in
Okay, so you're not on that girl crazy card level yet.
No. Not at all. I'm not getting there at all.
We'll get you there.
I don't want to be there.
I'm fucking with you.
I don't want to be there. I don't think that's a part of my plan.
No.
To be that crazy.
I'm with Ty on this one.
Thank you.
I'm just telling you because one time I was at a bar in San Francisco, and I was asking these girls. I'm like, yo, let me ask you something real quick. Is it true that girls are better than the FBI? They're like, what you mean? Like, they got interested in the conversation.
Damn.
And they're the bartenders. And I'm like, okay, so say you're interested in the guy and you're talking to this guy. How fast can you get his information? What's his name? Okay, cool. I'll find him in 5 minutes. Legit. Bro, one of my friends gave him a name. Bam. Had everything. If she couldn't find him, she would look for his friends. I don't know how the fuck she did that. Simple searches. Girls are fucking social media gods.
They're savvy, yeah. No, that's not something. Like, I've had things where, kind of like you, where I was looking for somebody, and not even like in a sexual or romantic way, but I met somebody in class, want to be their friend, right, on Facebook or whatever.
Yeah.
And I spend like 3 months looking for him, and eventually they friend request me, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But I've never been able to do that. That's crazy.
In 5 minutes, bro?
In 5 minutes, bro. I've been able to work my magic to the point where I'm on their level now.
So he's a crazy ex.
It's not that I'm crazy.
That's what I'm hearing.
It's just I don't look for exes. It's just that I can find people now.
All right.
I've watched what they do and I've taken notes. I've done my research.
So you're a crazy slut.
Done my research.
And it's paid off.
You're a crazy slut then.
Yeah.
If you see a piece of ass that you want,
bro, you want to?
Hey, what's her name?
Yeah.
Have you guys ever looked yourselves up?
Yeah, and apparently I'm like
Google
the 20th fucking Christian.
Because I could find not only my name and my relatives in the Netherlands, and of course my dad who has the same name.
Yeah.
Right. I could also find my home address, all 4 of them that I've had, and my phone number.
I'm telling you, that shit is that easy.
It took me like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like,
why is it on Google though?
It wasn't on Google, but you type my name in, you can find it on various sites, right? And I was like, I didn't make public.
This shit is all public record, man. It's all public record.
The internet is crazy.
Shit's scary.
Like, if you're trying to hide from somebody, you can't. You find a motherfucker like that.
R.I.P. the Brazilian chick, man.
Oh, Brazilian chick?
Yeah, this Brazilian chick tried to talk to me. I thought it was a catfish, but no. I answered one of her video chats on Instagram. It was really her. She had to show me ass and titties. Nigga, I like this. But she wanted too much attention.
What do you mean too much attention?
She wanted that marriage?
Wait, so she was actually Brazilian?
Yeah, bro. She spoke Portuguese and all.
So she was from Brazil? Like, she was living in Brazil?
She was living in Brazil.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. She looking for that green card, man.
Man.
You're racist, fucker.
I believe it.
Care that you're...
I believe it, though, because she was asking me questions every day. Like, do you love... Like, well, not do you love me. Like, do you like me? Do you enjoy talking to me? Do you think I'm beautiful? Are you talking to other girls in your country? I'm just like, what do you expect?
It's like, if you do propose to me, get me over there with a K visa.
Hey, bitch, you in a whole nother America. What more do you want from me?
True. She in South America.
Man.
Well, I mean, that's one of the good things about marriage, though, is that person is legally allowed to come to the country.
Ooh, excuse me. Don't know if it'll be cut out or not, but just random shout out to the first Robert the Ghost. You're awesome, and I would love to hear your accent in person.
That's one of the good things about marriage is that it can allow people who you love to, come to your country and have a better life,
So I'm okay with open borders. Also, I'm running for Congress in a bit.
Don't vote for him. Don't vote for him.
I never got the Brazilian chick name.
He's over here still thinking about the Brazil. The booty was that nice.
The titties was that nice. I'm just surprised. I'm like, wow, I never got her fucking name. That's crazy.
Well, what you gonna do? Go to fucking Brazil, look for the person with the same name.
No, she blocked me. I'm cool.
What the fuck did you do that she blocked
Nothing.
you?
She wanted that much attention. She was mad that I wasn't giving it to her, and then she was begging for attention around a really bad time. It was around the time my aunt had passed away, like that same day.
Yeah.
She was just like, "Why aren't you talking to me?" I'm like, "Bitch, my aunt died. Like, let me grieve." Like,
She treat you right. She would let you grieve with that booty. That's what it was.
shut the fuck up. Anyways, back to being catfished.
Catfishing.
I will say y'all totally trashed my transition to marriage.
My bad. My bad. Oh shit. I forgot that was a topic. Oh my god.
I didn't even know.
Damn. My bad.
But
I'm
marriage
drunk.
again.
It's all good.
I'm
It's
drunk.
all good.
He just got some Portuguese booty.
Yeah. All right.
Portuguese indeed. Bars.
Yeah, I was gonna say. But I was like, but that doesn't sound quite like it rhymed. Why do I feel like that's bars?
You gonna leave me hanging?
Portuguese indeed.
You fucking blind
Oh, it's the
bastard.
E. Okay.
Hey.
You're sick. I'm sorry.
Hey. Yeah, when I'm sick, it gets worse.
All right. All right. Marriage.
Marriage.
All right.
You know where I stand.
You would not get married.
He doesn't stand.
It's not that I wouldn't get married. It's just that there would be a lot of legal issues with me getting married.
Why?
So, I would definitely present a contract.
To your
Well,
wife
that's
or
just a
to the
prenup.
actual.
I mean,
That's why. That's the contract.
yeah. What's? I don't see what the issue would be with it.
Everything that would go in it.
Why are you gonna ask for all of their money and shit? Or-
No.
As long
not
as
all-
we are married, I command.
Well, here's the thing. There will be.
I demand
Not-
consistent sex.
Well, you shouldn't even demand. There's just going to be a sex clause.
Nah, fam, that's not right. That's not right. Don't
You're
kick
the
the table.
breadwinner. You're the breadwinner. I'm the house husband.
No. It's not even like that. It's like we're both going to be breadwinners. You're going to go work. I'm going to go work. If we have a kid, that kid going to have a nanny.
You need to fucking cook,
No. Hell no.
and I'll cook breakfast,
No.
but only bacon strips.
Whoa. Hell no. Not.
I look. I mean, I think prenups are entirely valid. I don't know how yours are. It sounds like you might be asking for a bit much here.
I'm scared what you're asking for.
I'm just going to ask
for
for like
real.
sex 5 times a week.
Yeah, see, that seems like too much.
What?
That's like a whole day job.
I mean, I guess.
No, that's not what I meant. Don't take that. Don't take that like that.
Maybe like 3 to 5 times. If
In a day?
with
No,
not in
he said
day,
a week.
like a week.
Hey,
But I still
man.
think that's a lot, especially as you get older.
But
you know?
well, yeah. But if you maintain yourself, well, here's the other part of it. If at any
I don't
point,
care how well you maintain yourself. If you're 90, I'm not having sex with you.
If you're 90 and still breaking backs, you deserve some fucking credit.
bro, that's senior people are the horniest people, man. They have open relationships down in those retirement places.
Yeah, we talked about this
Yeah.
in that one episode. But that, all right. That's another subject though. So prenup. Tell us why you want one, and what do you really want in it? Don't fuck around.
I want a sex clause, bro.
You really want a sex clause?
I want a sex clause. But here's the thing: there would be exceptions to that sex clause. I would allow you a pass.
I would allow you.
pass
you
for
would
what?
let her?
A pass for sex. It's like if at any point we both find ourselves so busy to the point where we actually can't be intimate together, then there will be no intimacy that occurs unless you just want to have phone sex. I'm cool with phone sex. Just make shit interesting. Don't make it bland. Don't make it vanilla.
I'm confused. Like how? What? How strict are we making this sex clause?
A sex clause just seems morally wrong to me.
It just sounds wrong.
Does, it's like
it's just
if you really want just like some kind of legal thing for sex, why not just get a prostitute? That seems like the solution.
The question
legal
is, why
thing
must
for
sex
sex of prostitute?
we
should legalize prostitution.
I agree, but that's my point is like that's contractual, right?
Well,
you're giving money and then you get this in return.
I just don't want to have to ask for sex, you know? It's because...
Then don't. Rubber nipple.
It's not, that's the wrong way to do it, too. You're that forward, you just go for it. She's going to be like...
But that's your wife.
That don't mean shit.
The fuck?
You can still be accused of rape.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to fucking...
It depends on the relationship. I think what Ty is saying makes sense in some relationships. But there are other relationships where, yes, you're right. They'll be like, no, what the fuck? Get off me, bitch. Yeah. So there's truth in both sides of that.
Thank you.
Well, I guess let's see. Maybe a look will be like, the sex clause will say, when I give you the look, let's have sex. Or that means I'm interested.
Okay, let me ask you something. Why don't you want to have to ask for sex? That doesn't seem like such a hard thing to do.
You're right. Like, why must there be a sex clause involved?
Here, watch. Ty, will you have sex with me?
Of course.
How hard was that?
Okay, first off, you bitches are making it too easy. Second of all, there's a strong feminist movement towards where these women will not have sex with you, and I get it. That's fine. I'm all for it. I'm all towards it. Like, fuck yeah,
doesn't sound like it, but no, okay.
I'm all for it, but like, damn, man, if I can't ask for sex from my own partner or from like my wife,
but you can ask for sex.
I can, but solely because of that sex clause.
No.
It's something that won't be verbal, you know.
I don't understand why asking for sex is so difficult. I did not think this is where we were gonna get stuck with this topic.
I love making shit complicated. Man.
I thought we were gonna talk about marriage, but no, we're talking about a sex clause. This is some bullshit.
Have to go this far?
You guys entertained it, so I'm like, fuck it, let's go.
All right. Chris is on. You've been separated today.
Bruh, I get what you're saying, but why would you have to marry somebody who you have to have a sex clause with?
All right,
is that not what the whole point of the 5-year dating phase or however long you decide to take?
Then let's do this. The sex clause will say, if at any point we find ourselves bored with our sex life, let's make things interesting, and then you list off of things.
Shouldn't that just naturally happen?
You're just gonna I agree with time. You wanna put a kink clause in the fucking prenup?
Yes, a kink clause.
This is some fucking.
You know what? Fuck that topic. This is your topic. All right, we're talking about this, okay? Because I want to know more.
Yeah, I'm so confused. We're gonna talk about marriage another time. Yeah, I think this is a valid question, but we need to figure this shit out.
So kink clause. Well, here's the thing. You have to negotiate what you're open to doing, and if you've already pre-negotiated it, when you get to that bump, it'll be easier. It's like, well, you already agreed to this, you know?
So you don't think you could get your partner to agree to sex without a contract?
Well, no. It's not even that. I know I can get them to agree to sex, but the kink clause, it's like when things get boring, this is what's going to happen. This is where we go. The sex clause is just like, you know, if I need it, it's there. It doesn't mean you have to use it, but it's there.
So how horny you plan to be when you get married?
Also, aren't prenups meant to be like for divorces, not for?
Well, yes and no. In the prenup, you could actually have things that you want going on during the marriage, and then you can have them going on after the marriage.
Oh, so what you're saying is you can use those things as grounds for divorce if they're not followed?
Yeah. It's a breach of contract.
This is so wrong on so many levels.
It really is, yeah.
And yet you're still supporting it. I don't get it.
I'm just having fun with it. I know there's some people out there that are probably thinking this. I mean, I'm going back to How I Met Your Mother, actually. Barney Stinson had a sex clause, damn it.
Barney Stinson is not who anybody should model their life after.
And I'm not trying to, but this is pretty funny. All right. Let's see. Legitimate prenup clause. Whatever you came in with, would you actually put a sex clause in a prenup? That's what I'm trying to get to the bottom of. We're done with the rest of this. I just want to deal with this question.
Yeah, I don't even care about marriage anymore.
If I had a sex clause, I would have to think about exactly what I want to put that's actually legal.
Okay, barring what whether...
the fuck just happened?
Exactly.
What?
Okay. Barring...
I feel like I'm doing sex wrong now.
I feel like he's doing sex wrong now. How is this on us? We're the majority here.
Here's the thing. After people have sex, I've already have printed surveys out for them. Well, it's just like a list of 10 questions. How did you enjoy your time?
Not at all.
Okay. Where can you see improvement?
More movement.
Okay. Something like that.
Did 47 go through this?
Did 47 go through this? I did ask some questions, yeah. She said she experienced different things that she didn't experience in her last relationship. Wait, was she 47 or 49?
I think it's 49, but fuck if I know.
I don't know, man. She was some number.
God damn.
Shit, starfish.
Fucking, we're canceled. No, all right. So, all right. Barring any legality complications, right? Just answer this with a yes or no. Would you put a sex clause?
All I need is a yes or no because I got a fucking headache now.
Yeah.
If it's legal?
No. We're barring any legality issues.
Fine.
Yes.
Probably,
Yeah. Okay.
Probably, yeah.
What would be in that sex clause?
If it's legal?
Barring any legality.
I'm gonna kick you in the throat.
For real. Yeah.
Well, let's see.
That's gonna be in his clause. That's under his kinks. I'm gonna kick you in the throat.
Under the sex clause being the whole umbrella section of it would be a kink clause, a naughty clause, and a Santa Claus.
Oh my god. He really just said that.
Somebody don't fucking shoot me.
I really don't think that you're the issue here, Ty.
You're not the issue.
You're not the one that needs to be shot.
I'm not the issue. I'm tired. I'm tired.
Well, you need the kink clause to know exactly what your partner's kinks are, and they know what your kinks are. Obviously, they have time to read it. Then the naughty clause, you want to see exactly how naughty they're willing to get. The Santa Claus, whether they get a Christmas present or not.
Are you trying to give somebody a green card?
Huh?
Because, at least to my understanding, your entire sex clause is highly unnecessary if you're dating somebody. You guys have a long period of dating, because within that dating phase, you should have at least learned about 75% of that person.
Shit could change real quick. Like that.
Then that's something you have to worry about within that 25%.
But even if shit changes real quick, do you not feel like demanding sex through a contractual thing is maybe not the right way to go about it? Because I feel
that's like, it's probably not. But the way I'm looking at it is like her defense to this whole shit would be like, well, what's an actual defense that could work to this? It's not even as unconscionable.
This man's trying to be a lawyer.
Well, hey, honey, I'm home. I'm not in the mood for sex today. I'm just going to go ahead and lay down. But, bitch, I want sex.
Bitch, read the prenup.
It's in the clause. It's in the clause.
That's why there's exceptions.
It's laminated on the wall.
That's why there will be exceptions to it.
Your exception was like, I will give you a pass, which still seems problematic to me. Maybe that's just me. And I don't consider myself a super feminist either. But I still
have gray hairs by the end of this podcast.
I know. This is not ever a question that I thought I would need answered. Honestly, I thought everybody was on the same page.
Why couldn't George be here?
Damn. Oh, we know why George couldn't be here.
Yeah, we know.
Let's all stare at the camera.
Mm-hmm. But no, I mean, if I'm being honest,
I was gonna make a petty comment.
What were you gonna say?
The sex clause itself is just for shits and giggles.
Could have been me.
It wouldn't be somebody I would actually like push. It would just be there for like shits and giggles. I'd have it in fine print, shits and giggles.
Literally.
Yeah, I mean, why else would I put a Santa Claus?
I can't tell. I don't know. I don't know what's real anymore. I'm gone. I'm lost.
Honestly, I'm ready for my red pill now. I want to be unplugged.
All right.
Bro, we should have called it that. Unplugged.
I think that one's
The
already.
podcast?
Fuck. 46 episodes in.
All
Right. Let's just change the whole fucking name. You've been unplugged.
Welcome to Unplugged.
Oh my god.
Welcome to Unplugged. How can I plug you in today?
Oh shit. Hey, that could be a sex show.
All right. So
Pornhub, want to sign us up?
That's what's up.
Hey, all right. We just hit the 48-minute mark.
yeah, we're
What
right
you wanna
about
do?
that time. I think it's about that time. Do you want to lead us out?
All right. So once again,
wait, before you do though, sorry. Any closing statements as it goes to the prenup clause and sex clause that has been suggested? So I would like to say from my part, and I think I'm probably speaking for Ty here too. All of that last section, I do not agree with.
that shit was highly unplanned.
That was not something that we condone.
That
not
shit was fun,
something
though.
that if we ever get married, we will
Literally.
not. Neither of us will put a sex clause in a prenup.
I just give you a look. That's it.
Bruh,
That's
on
my
our
sex
vision
clause.
board, the next topic was supposed to be: is marriage necessary? Will you ever get married?
He's the
Brothers and sisters,
he's the pastor of You've Been
listen
Served.
here.
Hey,
Why is that the same as your Bernie voice? God damn.
The millionaires and the billionaires.
His black pastor voice is the
Oh my
exact same as his Bernie
oh
voice.
my gosh.
That's facts.
All right,
Fellow
sorry.
brothers and sisters, before you log off,
See what I mean?
Exactly.
See what I mean?
before you log off this here podcast, I just want to leave you with a bit of some advice, something to truly grasp from this podcast.
Aside from that ass.
All right, yeah. Aside from that last bullshit, I hope y'all skipped that whole little segment. Actually, no, that was entertaining for me too.
It was fun as fuck.
That was fun. I just don't agree with it. But
I don't agree with it either, but it was fun.
Don't walk it back now, bitch. Stand your
alright.
ground.
as I mentioned,
I don't. I just wanted to put it in for shits and giggles.
All right, Tyler. Before we get off topic again.
as I mentioned in the introduction, I mentioned that my uncle suffers from some issues with depression. You know, and I definitely understand where he's coming from. I don't understand all of his depression and PTSD, but the mere fact that he was able to open up to me, that meant a lot to me. You know, so I go on to say this. Walk in that same image. If you're going through some stuff at home, don't be afraid to talk about it. You'll be amazed at how many people can relate to your issues. Maybe not all of them, but something you're going through. I might be able to understand you. And if I don't understand, hell, maybe Robert or Chris will understand you. But good luck talking to Robert, because he barely talks to people he don't know.
Facts.
Yeah, it takes
That's
a lot
true.
for him to open up.
That's
So
true.
you better.
That's really true.
So you have better luck with maybe me, Chris, or George. But
I might
Robert will
judge
still
your
talk
ass.
to you. Just he won't open up.
That's okay.
Moral of the story is, don't hesitate to talk about your problems. There's somebody out there that can help you. All right. And with that being said, I have fun with this podcast. All right. Chris, my brother, I love you, man. I'm proud of you for holding down your law learnings and whatnot up in San Fran.
And coronavirus.
That too, because
Yeah.
I heard it's a bitch up there.
Well, I just meant because he has it.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Well, you know.
Well, damn, I feel like being this close to making my throat itch. So I'm
You know,
definitely.
it makes sense why you guys are so close together and you got that big ass.
Yeah, that was not an accident. We did that was on purpose.
I was just sitting here because I like the corner.
That
but
makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. I see y'all.
It's
I see
okay.
y'all.
I'll still give you a hug at the end of this episode. All right, but hey, let's give a quick moment to just say thank you for being here, man. We know you got to go back home in the morning. No matter when this episode gets dropped, we're going to let the fans know that you are highly appreciated and valued on this here
Thank you.
podcast. If it wasn't for your creativity and your wild way of thinking, which is still wild to this very day,
Very much so.
we would.
Saw some proof of that this episode.
We really
Facts.
did.
Facts.
We wouldn't be here in Robert's living room taking up his time recording and leaving him with a shit ton of work to do. But back to you.
True. It's fast.
Yo, we wish you safe travels in the morning, man. San Fran by yourself is definitely a long drive. I know. I experienced it for the first time last week. But hey, it's still a beautiful one.
I'm glad you came in the morning because driving at night is a bitch.
I believe it.
Until you get used to it.
I fall asleep behind the wheel, so I know better not to do that.
Damn.
All right. Yo, yeah. As for you, Big Rob, I wish you a good time with your family in the morning.
Thank you.
You know, I won't say too much about your family, but just know, send out all of them my love and my thank you for having you, because without them, you wouldn't be here. You'd probably be somebody else's sperm.
Wait, hold up.
I don't know if you'd be somebody else's.
Yeah,
sperm,
that's one that. Okay, there's a lot of problems with that.
He'd be somebody else's.
Hey, man, we're on a time frame. You can't focus on what I just said. You got to let it go.
Ties back.
All right.
Ties back.
There we go.
Somebody.
We couldn't end this podcast off if we didn't have me be me. All right. And with that being said, you guys, don't forget to follow us on all of our social medias, even our personal accounts. Don't forget to shout us out because we need more people to listen to our retarded sessions. All right.
This being one of them.
Yes, please. We enjoy it. The more we're able to entertain you guys, the more it means to us to sit here and rant about our daily lives.
Don't use the term retarded. My bad. Redact that.
That's why I was shaking my head. I was like,
wait, redact that.
Yeah, when are y'all closing from here? I'm done.
So, two podcasts ago, we had Ty attack the LGBTQ community. Now he's attacking the mental retardation community.
But you know what? I have a cousin.
Okay. So just because you have a cousin.
Equivalent of I have a black friend. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so this is.
It's like I'm not a homophobe. I'm just I got gay friends.
Yeah. So this is. This is Robert DeGeus.
It's Chris.
And this is your big boy, little daddy baby, Ty.
I don't know what that meant.
Yeah, no, that's not even his real name.
I know.
It's not Theotis or Tiberius.
You know,
seriously.
Hey, you've been served.
So have you, Theotis the Black.
All right. Hey.